Hi guys, Richard here. I'm hoping that with one of these microphones you'll be able to hear me all right. There's a whole lot of wind out here. This is Monday night, the first night of Hurricane Sally hitting Alabama, Northwest Florida, southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, kind of the Gulf Coast area. I'm a little freaked out. I mean, I've dealt with Category 4 and 5 hurricanes. I've lived here my whole life, and Category 2 is not something that normally freaks us out, but here's what's going on with this one and why it's different. This one, in the span of, since right before I went to work this morning, actually probably around 8 o'clock in the morning, and noon when I got to work, had increased and organized in that little bit of time from barely a Category 1 to almost a Category 2. And it went from the size of, say, Escambia County, like I'm in, maybe a little bit bigger than that, to basically the size of the whole state. And since then, it's slowed down. Well, speed-wise, is now up to a Category 2. It's over 100 miles an hour now, and it's currently about 90 to 100 miles south of where I am, heading our way. So there's a lot of wind right now and a little bit of rain, but it was just crazy to me how early this morning it was raining, and then the thing organized super fast, pulled all the clouds sort of toward it, I guess, and the rain stopped. But now it's starting to come back because we are actually, while the eye of the storm is about 100 miles south, the outer bands are actually hitting us right now. So we're in the middle of this hurricane, or in the beginning of this hurricane. So I'm out here. It's night, obviously, but I got the camera kind of highly exposed to try to see if we can see these clouds moving, because there's a very dense cloud cover right now. But every once in a while you can kind of see how fast they're moving. But yeah, it's pretty wild. The last couple storms we've been lucky enough to not get much from, and this one was actually supposed to go toward Louisiana, but it has curved back east and has sort of slowed its northern progression and western progression down to about 6 miles an hour. So while the storm itself has sped up rotationally, its actual movement has slowed down quite a bit, and that's what's freaking us out. That's what's really bad, because when a hurricane camps on you, as long as this one is going to, which currently they believe it's going to hit us tonight around 2 in the morning hard, and start there and basically stay there until Wednesday, which is a long time to be in a storm like that. And that's the problem. You know, if a storm that's moving, 90 miles an hour, 90 mile an hour winds and stuff will do some damage, obviously, but they usually move in and out fairly quickly in the grand scheme of things. But this is reminding a lot of us guys on the Gulf Coast, a lot of us residents down here, of Hurricane Ivan, which happened back in 2004, 16 years ago tomorrow exactly. Oh, Wednesday, exactly. So it's about a day and a quarter away from the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Ivan. And that storm camped out, intensified to a Cat 5 right before it hit land, and then made land as a Cat 4, destroyed Pensacola. We're still, you still see blue tarps on roofs in my town from Ivan. Last year, I believe it was, we had Hurricane Michael that took out Mexico Beach. And I mean, Mexico Beach is a city right over by Panama City that is gone now. That city's completely gone. There was one house left standing. So yeah, hurricanes are no joke. And, while we do like to make light of it, us people who've kind of born and raised down here, we do know the severity and we do know the signs to look for. And this one looks like it's going to be pretty rough. If nothing else, we're going to have some major flooding. I'm hoping it's projected to get up to 110 miles an hour before it hits land, which keeps it at a higher Category 2, or a mid-range Category 2, I think. But I'm hoping that it slows down speed-wise. And honestly, when that rain starts coming down, that's what I'm a little afraid of. My yard floods, and my garage floods, and my house is probably about 18 inches off the ground, maybe a little higher, and there's a possible 2 foot of rain that this thing says it might bring. The storm surge is going to be ridiculous. And like I said, if it's just hovering over us and dumping down on us for about 2 days, it's going to be rough. So I wanted to put something up just in case we lose power and I can't update you guys anymore. You know, this has the potential to knock out our power for a week or two, which is something I've dealt with before as well. Like back during Ivan, we lived off biking around town, cutting up all these downed oak trees, and we were like cooking Spam and meats, whatever we had in the fridges and stuff to get by over some fire. We had no power, so. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys' support, and I want to say thank you. We just crossed 1 million views for the channel. That's huge for us. Daryl and I are super stoked about that. Just crossed that 1 million view mark today, which is kind of funny. But I will try to do another update here as this thing goes on, if you know, as long as I have power. So we'll see how long that lasts. It's getting pretty windy. And I have this big oak tree right by my house, which is concerning. But I will try to update you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. And everybody keep an eye on the Gulf Coast and keep us in your thoughts, man. And to all my friends who are over there in Mobile and Mississippi, you know, we're thinking about you guys because you're going to get hit dead on. So, yeah, signing off for now. Hopefully not end of watch.